Good Easter afternoon to everybody that celebrates Easter out there. It's about 15 minutes before 1 in the afternoon on the East Coast of the United States, and this video is another update on the coronavirus pandemic. It's specifically geared, as these videos in the series are, to people in the Raleigh, Triangle, Wake Forest, North Carolina areas. We have a lot of community groups there, big presence, so this is really going out to everybody there, and you may be watching it in one of our community groups right now. And if you are, hey, hello everybody. This is Mike Young. I am the founder of trianglegrapevine.org and the community groups that are associated with that, which are, the big ones are Wake Forest Community Information, Raleigh Community Information, Cary Community Information, Rollsville Community Information, and we've got two others that are surrounding that area, which are the 4-county group, which is Franklin, Granville, Vance, and Warren counties. That's one of them. And the other one is Durham County Community Information. So be sure you guys are in all those groups, and if you don't know how to get them, if you don't remember what I just said, just go to trianglegrapevine.org, type it in a browser, type it in Facebook. You'll end up at our Facebook page and choose the Groups tab. And when you do that, you can find all the groups that we're in. And the biggest ones, if you want to get to them quickly, let's go over that. For Wake Forest Community Information, just type in wfci.one, wfci.one into any browser, and you'll end up there. And for Raleigh Community Information, type in rci.one, rci.one into any browser, and you'll end up in Raleigh Community Information. How do you know you're there? Well, Wake Forest Community Information has 52,000 plus members in it right now, and Raleigh Community Information has 34,000 plus members in it right now, and we keep growing every day. Super, super active. The stats are still at record numbers for both of those groups. We've got over 500,000 interactions per month in Wake Forest, and also almost 200,000 interactions per month in Raleigh Community Information. So if you have a business or organization, we'd love for you to get in there. Now, Wake Forest Community Information only has personal accounts that are able to join, so just know that up front. You can always share your business or organization page, but only personal accounts can join. But Raleigh Community Information, anybody can join. Business, organization, whatever. Just follow the rules once per 24 hours. They're pinned to the top of the group as an announcement. Make sure you check them on a regular basis because we want to be fair to everybody. Not just fair, but we want to make sure nobody's spamming everybody, nobody's taking advantage, that kind of thing. So we've got all kinds of rules that we have, and we are constantly evolving. And the management team, we have a great management team. I'm going to give a shout out to these guys, as I always do, to Philip, Sarah, and Aaron. So please, everybody thank Philip, Sarah, and Aaron for the great work that they do as moderators. There's more work than ever with the post approval that we started 4 days ago. That was my last video, it was 4 days ago. This is video number 7 in the series. It is Sunday, the last one was Wednesday, and since that time, we've been adjusting, and especially the moderators have been adjusting to how all that works, because it's an entirely new process, and it has just created a tremendous workload for us, but we think that the result will be a better group for you guys, a better environment for you guys, just a better community and a better culture within the groups. That's really what we want to make sure that we have for you guys, because we want it to be the best that it possibly can be, and that involves continuous improvement and learning and all these things, and that is exactly what we're doing, trying new things. Whatever we can do, we're always working at this, so just make sure you know about that, and give me some feedback too. You can text me directly to my mobile number. I'm from Maryland originally, so it's a 240. It's 240-205-0417, 240-205-0417. That's Mike Young. That's me. That's my mobile number. Call me, text me, give us ideas, give us feedback. And if you guys see anything weird in the groups, something outrageous, we got to fix it, we got to check somebody out, whatever it is, please send us screenshots or from your phone. Actual screenshots. Don't just report it. Send actual screenshots, actual screenshots, and or take a picture of your laptop. That will do it for us. That'll get us the information that we need, because a lot of people delete these posts. So some of this stuff you may have heard before, but this is just kind of like the housekeeping stuff I'm getting out of the way. So it's important that you guys know about this and see what has happened new. I haven't had a haircut in the longest time. I think I saw somebody post in Wake Forest Community Information asking where you can get a haircut, because I think almost every barber shop or beauty salon is closed down, is required to, because of the stay-at-home orders and the non-essential business ceasing operations. So it's been tough out there. If you guys know of any legal way to get a haircut, let me know. By all means, let us know in the group. My hair is definitely, it needs to be cut. It needed to be cut several weeks ago when this whole thing started. But what's happened since the last time? I think you guys may have known, like on a national level anyway, stocks are up like the biggest one week in history. I think like over 20%, like 25% almost in a week's time. But the market did drop almost 40%, so it's still down below the highs. But there's a lot of questions out there as to what's going to happen with the economy, whether it's going to be another leg down, whether this is the end of it. Who knows? We have no idea. But I do know that local businesses and organizations are hurting. And we do want you to go into our groups. Not only if you're a business or organization, by all means, tell us what you got going on. Tell us specials. If you're restaurants, do you have delivery? Do you have curbside pickup? Do you have special meals for Easter today or whatever you have? Please post every single day in our groups if you want to. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear from customers and their experiences. We want to hear about reviews. I know people ask all the time for help with this project or that project. And also, a tip for you guys, when you do ask for this information, make sure that you ask for people that have had personal experiences with these businesses because, sometimes you don't know unless you ask somebody specifically. Is this a personal experience that you've had hiring this person? That's who you want. Those are the people that you want to hear from. You don't want to hear from anybody else, because if it's somebody that has not had a personal experience in doing business with this business or organization, who knows who they are? And I would always ask them too. Even when you get a response in the group, don't just assume that it's someone, because it's never a good idea to assume, as I know. You know what the saying is. I'm not going to say it here, but you know what it is. And you want to specifically ask for people that have had their own, I guess it's almost like an arm's length transaction too. That's what they say in real estate anyway. I'm in real estate. An arm's length transaction is a big, just a way of defining how that business was transacted. In other words, it's legit, it's real, it's someone paid somebody, it's in the open market type of a situation. That's how you want to know businesses and organizations. And of course, we don't exist here to destroy businesses. We don't want that to happen unless it's somebody that's totally scamming everybody throughout town, throughout the Raleigh Triangle, Wake Forest area. Then maybe we do want to hear about it, okay? But that's highly, highly unusual. In most cases, if something went wrong, it's usually isolated and the businesses want to help out and want to do better. But if you want to hear about some amazing experiences, also ask for all of those. Now, let's see. What else can I tell you about? With real estate still goes on. I mean, I'm in real estate. Now, how can you find out more about my business if you guys want to know about it? Well, I've got a page called Mike Young Real Estate, and it's a business. You can go ahead and like that Mike Young Real Estate page. You'll find out more about what's going on. You can also find out more about what's going on just by following me. You guys know how to do that? Like, I have my own personal profile on Facebook, which is, you may be watching it from that right now in Facebook, or you could be watching it on YouTube, depending upon where the stream is going. But if you're in Facebook, you can see that my profile is the one that's posting this video. So all you got to do is just go over, click on Mike Young, and then click follow, and then you'll find out about the real estate postings I do on my personal timeline, other things that are going on. Because I also run a nonprofit called Ep.7, and you guys may have heard me talk about that. So that is actually more important than ever right now, because as you guys know, the goal with this crisis that we're in right now is to try to prevent everybody from contracting this virus all at one time. Because if that does happen, then it'll overwhelm everything we've got out there and could be catastrophic. So number one line of defense is just not get this thing to begin with, which is what the social distancing or proximity optimization, as I'd like to call it, is all about. And if you do get it, though, that's where our nonprofit comes in, because it's a virus and your body is going to react potentially in a vastly different way if you're in a healthy condition versus a non-healthy condition. If your immune system is optimized as compared to your immune system being compromised. So we have all kinds of stuff about how to optimize your immune system through our nonprofit. If you follow my personal profile, Mike Young, you'll see some of the video content that we're producing. Or if you go to our website, which is called aplantbaseddiet.org. That is aplantbaseddiet.org. plantbaseddiet.org, aplantbaseddiet.org. Go to the website. If you don't like to cook, for instance, because food is the most important thing. Food is the most important way to boost your immune system. It's the most effective, quickest way to do it. If you're doing it wrong, you turn it around, it'll make a positive impact almost immediately within 72 hours. So if you don't like to cook, then we have prepared foods that you can buy that meet this really, really high standard of health and immune system boosting ability. And those are on our website. So just click on healthy prepared foods when you go to plantbaseddiet.org. And if you don't want to order food, have it delivered, then go to healthy recipes on aplantbaseddiet.org. We have all the healthiest types of foods and recipes, and there's a huge difference. There's a huge variation there in foods that you can buy. And I will say right now, I would love to see some local restaurant and food vendors offer some of these healthiest options. Right now, they don't. And if you guys are aware of some, by all means, hit the comments down there. Let me know. In addition to letting me know where I can get a haircut in the comments below here, let me know what local food providers or food or restaurants or food vendors offer super healthy foods. Even if you guys aren't sure what I'm talking about, you can consult with our website or just type down there below and I will check it out, because I really want to see something happen locally. Because right now, if people want convenience foods, they either have to get, there's like some frozen food options. Actually, you can get it at Publix and Harris Teeter called Plant Pure in the frozen section. These are already prepared meals. I'm talking about for people that don't want to cook or don't like to cook or don't have time to cook. So Plant Pure in Publix or Harris Teeter is going to satisfy that. They're in the frozen section if they're available, or you can order them through our website, aplantbaseddiet.org. And then there are others as well, but we don't have any that are from local companies, which they can easily be done. And if you are a restaurant or a food vendor and what I'm saying intrigues you and you want to provide this stuff in the Triangle area, Raleigh, Wake Forest, North Carolina area, or surrounding areas of Cary, Rolesville, etc., please contact me by all means. You got my contact information, Mike Young. Click on my personal profile. You may not be able to send me a personal message because my inbox is overflowing, and it has been for years now. But send me a text, 240-205-0417. We'll get in touch. We'll figure this out. If you guys want to help out in this category, we're willing to teach you guys, as long as you're willing to provide the food locally, because that's something we feel is really, really needed. Because basically, if you get this virus, there is a huge difference in people that do have immune systems that are able to fight this virus versus those that have immune systems that are compromised and not able to. And unfortunately, most people have compromised immune systems. So I'm talking to a relatively few smaller group of people that wouldn't be able to benefit from this. Most people will be able to benefit from it. And you guys may have heard me talking before. We have what's called a virtual Veg Fest. It's called Fairfax Virtual Veg Fest. Type it in to your Facebook. Virtual Fairfax Veg Fest. That's the exact title. Virtual Fairfax Veg Fest. Now, what's Fairfax? That's up in Fairfax County, Virginia, but it doesn't matter. It's virtual. Virtual Fairfax Veg Fest. It's going to happen next Sunday, 1 week from today. And you guys will get to watch live the top level experts, most of which are physicians, discussing what I'm telling you now, only from a purely scientific, evidence-based approach, which will convince you and anybody else who has some doubts as to what I'm saying that this actually is true. And this is one of the reasons why we exist as a nonprofit, a plantbaseddiet.org, because we are educational in nature. We're trying to get the good news out to people. And this is, it couldn't be more timely right now, than to hear this from me, especially if this is news to you, that food is the number one thing, that food is the way to optimize your immune system, that it can happen within 72 hours, all this stuff. So just type in virtual Fairfax Veg Fest, or go to our YouTube channel, subscribe there, okay? Because this stuff's it's gonna be live all day next Sunday, all day. It's gonna be 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Go to aplantbaseddiet.org on YouTube, or type in plantbasedvideos.info on any browser. Plantbasedvideos.info, any browser. And that's probably about all I've got for you guys today. we're kind of in a holding pattern, and we have, like I said, the stock market's kind of up and down. It's up right now, but who knows what's going to happen next week? We don't know. We know a lot of people are out of work. It's not good, but hopefully you guys are staying positive and keeping productive, because those are the other things to boost your immune system are aerobic exercise. Hopefully you're getting that. Like, I'm sitting now, but I shouldn't be sitting. I should be out walking. I just actually was out. My wife and I did a 10.5-mile hike yesterday. So highly recommend you do any exercise you can do, as long as it's within the stay-at-home requirements. Make sure you are following those. It's very, very important. I can't stress that enough. And sleep. You got to get enough sleep. You've got to not stress about things too. Especially anxiety is a huge thing right now, okay? Anxiety is a huge thing. Anxiety is really when you're worried about the future, things that haven't happened and probably never will happen, most of which will never happen. You just got to learn techniques on how to deal with that. And of course, we've got that stuff with our nonprofit. We're releasing videos all the time. And actually, I'm going to release one very, very soon. So if you want to see the video from Zyzo, who is our director of mindfulness, I'm going to be putting that out in the very, very near future, probably today, as a little Easter present for you guys, telling you about mindfulness techniques. So you can either subscribe to our YouTube channel, you can follow me on my personal profile, because it'll be streamed across there as well. And let's see, what else can I tell you? Yeah, follow me there, like Mike Young Real Estate, like trianglegrapevine.org. Those are all different sources where you're going to get information locally if you're in the Triangle area. And even if you're not, like I said, if you have relatives, if you visit the Triangle area, Raleigh, Wake Forest, Triangle area, Cary, Rollsville, any of those areas, please, we just have a great resource. And if you guys haven't heard anything but this, let me just say again, I've said this in some of the past videos, that I mean, Wake Forest Community Information is like a group unlike no other, right? We've got over 50,000 people. We've got over 500,000 interactions every month. We've got literally every single person in that group, except for the people we've had to remove. When I say we, I mean our management team, myself, Philip, Sarah, and Aaron. We don't want to have to do that. We'd love to have everybody in the groups, and it's an amazing way for the entire town to communicate with one another simultaneously. And it is really, really, developed into what it is today, and into an incredibly valuable resource that is absolutely needed at this point in time. So we're really, really thankful to be a part of that. And I encourage you, if you have any ties to the community, to get involved in the group, because you meet people, you find out about things that you never would have found out about any other way. I wish every community had a group that had that kind of saturation in it, but unfortunately, they don't. And I can tell you, it is a lot of work, okay? Any of our management team can tell you there's a lot of work to keep this thing up. And we get flack on all sides, from people saying that we censor everything on one side, to people saying we let anything and everything go, and we got to learn to stop and tell people they can't do things, which we do. We have policies and guidelines pinned to the top, always to the top. So check them out up there. And do know for sure, we don't, like I said, we don't want to have to remove people from the group, but there are some people out there that just take advantage. I mean, this is a life axiom, right? This is why rules and regulations and policies and laws are needed. And sometimes people get very, very upset. But let me tell you, as I say, we do not want to have to remove anybody from the groups. It's a last resort. And it's only after people have demonstrated, usually multiple times, that they don't seem to care about whether our policies and guidelines, and they just want to do whatever they want to do without bothering to read them or follow them, or some combination of that. That's basically everyone that's ever been removed from the group. And again, we wish we didn't have to do that, but I wish there was no need for a police force or jail either, but there is. And I'll try to leave it on a more positive note here for Easter. Just let's all work together. Let's use this venue that we have, this way of continuous and total connectivity that we have at a local level, to really build up those businesses and organizations that are really, really hurting right now, the people that are out of work right now. Let's try to connect. Let's try to brainstorm on ideas, any kind of new things, new ways of doing things, new ways of generating revenue. Anything. You never know what might come out of this connectivity. The fact that people are pouring their time and energy into this, over 500,000 interactions a month, is obvious. There's obvious, need for the group, want for the group, and use of the group. And who knows? I just I'm looking forward to the future and what amazing things are going to be developed out of that. And I know amazing things have already been developed out of that. So thank you so much for watching this video, for participating. Give me your comments below on anything you guys want me to know about, including a place to get a haircut. And just tag your friends. Tag your friends in the comments. Ask them to join us. Invite your friends to join the group. And let's just keep it going. Keep it going, and we're going to get through this, and we're going to emerge on the end of this, when this is over, better and stronger and more connected and more of a community, I think, than ever before in the past. And maybe for Wake Forest and Raleigh, maybe better than any place on earth as far as I'm concerned, because I don't know of any other place that has these types of groups. So thanks so much for watching, and have a great rest of the weekend. Easter Sunday. Bye.